What is going on, all you jolly ranchers or happy campers out there in the wonderful world of Black Ops 4? Thank you guys so much for jumping in today. My name is Danny Coldwood, aka Music of Idiots, and I have a video for you guys today. My last video that I put out was really good, and it basically is a prequel, if you will, to the video that you're watching now. The thumbnail is the image on the screen, so definitely check it out if you missed it. One thing that gamers have learned by now, and you don't even really have to be a gamer to know, that Call of Duty games have huge Easter eggs within them, but they're mainly focused on the zombie gameplay or zombie modes within the games. And by no means does that change for Black Ops 4. There's a lot of Easter eggs in the zombie modes. But guys, there is probable cause here to lead us to believe that Blackout, the Battle Royale mode within Black Ops 4, has a huge unsolved mystery that if we can connect together and unite as a community, I know that we can get together and solve this thing, and I believe it's going to be huge once we actually complete and solve this Easter egg. There is so many different areas of the Blackout map that have different clues that I feel are all connected. What you're looking at right now is a dead body found in the underwater area at the dam. Now, this is very interesting and suspicious. Whose body is this? Why was he murdered, or she? And what the hell is going on at the dam? Why was that the location they decided to dump the body? I think it's one of many pieces of the puzzle, and I think that with your help, we can actually put this together and see the bigger picture. After realizing that there are so many clues, I've been a little bit more observant while playing the game, and I noticed that that body in the water is not the only body that we can find in the game. There is a skeleton with some pizza boxes and some liquor bottles right near the dam as well, and that is not the only place that we can look for the dead in this game either, or should I say the undead. There are a few places within the map that zombies actually will spawn. One of them is the asylum, and right next to the asylum is the graveyard. Now this is where I want to point out another clue, and trust me, as this video goes on, you'll see how the pieces start to connect. Within the graveyard, there was a grave that was found with the name Edward Richtofen on it. Now, you hardcore Call of Duty and Call of Duty zombie fans especially will know exactly what this is. In Black Ops 3, there was a Revelations Easter egg, and the same name appears in that Easter egg, which required you to shoot a certain amount of graves in the right order. Now, is that Call of Duty's way of telling us that in Blackout, we have to shoot or do something in the correct order? I'm thinking that that's definitely the possibility, because there is so many things within this map, and how would we know what to do and when? There's definitely an order, and they're using the previous Easter eggs to help us with the current one. There's another grave with the name Crosby Theodore Alvin, husband, father, soldier. Now this, I believe, is directly linked to the previous Black Ops game with the mission The Defector, and it says that during the mission he gave the player Mason a radio to call. Now, that is important, and you'll know why in a moment. I really do believe that this is a big clue. But besides that, he gave him a radio to call in a helicopter reinforcements. Then he asked if Mason is from the Studies and quote-unquote Observations group. As we try to observe the clues, it seems like things are definitely connecting, do they not? Well, anyway, he shortly after dies, okay? And now we're finding a grave with what is most likely a reference to him. I mean, what else could it be referencing, guys? That would be, canon, or at least a logical explanation, okay? And honestly, there's not many graves that have people's names in this graveyard. There's not a lot of writing on these graves at all. There's only a few graves that I can find that actually have something on them. Now, I'm also wondering, while we're talking about these graves, if this boss is in this graveyard in the full version, okay? Because in beta, we were able to fight this Blight Father zombie, as they call him. He is the boss, and we, had to beat the shit out of him. He took a lot of hits. He was a bullet sponge, and he can kill you in like 3 hits. He was a crazy boss. I wonder if this event, as Call of Duty likes to call it, is actually in the full game, the released final version of this game. Can we go on the game right now and fight this thing? Can we make this thing spawn? I would love to know. If you guys can figure this out, or if you know the definitive answer, please let me know in the comments, because that might be part of solving this thing as well. Before we have the bigger picture in view, we have to have all the pieces, and knowing what is a piece and what isn't is half the battle, at least right now where we stand. As I mentioned, there were a few other graves with writing on them in this graveyard. This was one of them. DJV was almost fast enough. I couldn't find any logical explanation or reference to that, so if you guys know what that is referring to or connected to within the Call of Duty franchise, please let me know, because the information that you provide may just be the link that we need to have part of this Easter egg solved, which ultimately will lead to the entire thing being solved. So going back to the dead body, okay, we know that there is definitely a question here. We don't know who it is who killed this person or why, and why is it at the dam. So taking a closer look at the dam, we actually can find some other clues. There are 4 intake areas behind the dam. As you can see, this one that we just walked into is intake 1, and the machine that we were looking at has power. There's power on. The lights were on, and if you go to intake 2 over here, you can see that the little machine has no lights on. So intake 1 is powered, and intake 2 is not powered. Now going to the other side, where 3 and 4 are, we walk into intake 3, and we can see that it is also dead. There is no power at all. And when we go ahead and take a walk over to intake 4, we find that this one has power. So intake 1 has power, intake 2 does not, intake 3 does not, and intake 4 does. So 1 and 4 are powered, and 2 and 3 are not powered. And I do believe that this is important information. This is a guy's Reddit post, and he has a lot of information about why he thinks it's important and how it's connected to the transformers on top of the dam. And if you remember at the beginning of this video, I referred you guys to my last video. It ties directly into that with the power and all of that stuff that I mentioned in that previous video. That's why I asked you guys to please go and watch it if you did not watch it. So definitely check out that Reddit post, check out my last video. I will put the links in the description. And as you can see, there is the dead body right there when we jump off, right there in the water for us to see. An area that is definitely filled of mysteries. There's a lot more that we need answered, guys. Now remember when I talked about that Cosby guy, okay, and the radio in? There's a lot of frequency stuff going on here, guys. There's definitely stuff here at the satellite array, something very suspicious. I'm going to actually let you guys listen to the game volume, because this is something that I do believe is a major step within solving this Easter egg. If we go over into this room, we could press this button. If you guys ever see a green button on a machine or a computer within the Blackout map, always hit X or square if you're on the PlayStation, and see if you can get it to activate, because there is nothing here telling us that we could turn this computer on except for the green light. Listen what happens when we actually press X or square on PlayStation to this computer with the green light. Listen to this.
an emergency action notification on behalf of the Armed Forces Central Command. This station has interrupted its regular programming to participate in the emergency alert system. This station will now discontinue its regular broadcast schedule. Stay tuned for information on your local area.
That right there is insane. We can power up the satellite array and we actually get an emergency broadcast to come through on that radio. And I found those radios all throughout the map. I'm wondering if some of those radios will actually get that same message coming through, and if we're at different parts of the map near those radios, if we can hear it, or a different message will come. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely something to definitely trial and error to see if anything happens. Now, as you can see, I went all the way across the map. I followed the way that that satellite was pointing, the one that we activated. I followed its direction, and I went all the way out into the ocean, and I found something that I'm not too sure if it's a glitch or if it's actually something bigger than that, maybe part of the Easter egg or an Easter egg itself. I don't know if it's just a glitch or what it is, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm not claiming this is anything at all, but it's just a blue eye or God's vagine. I really don't know what that is, but it is definitely weird and odd. I found that in the deep water, directly straight out from that satellite dish that we were inside the building of. We went in line with it, went all the way to the end of the map and went in the water, and boom, that was weird. So, a couple things in the underwater parts of the game that we need to understand. Like I said earlier, I believe there's many parts to this Easter egg, and I believe it's spread all over the map. We might even have to be in quads to do this. But as you can see, I just hit another button and I'm opening the blast doors over at the fracking tower. Now, you can go inside of there and get some awesome loot, and it actually completes a Dark Ops challenge for you that they don't give you any clues on how to complete. They gave us classified Dark Ops missions, and they didn't give us any idea on how to complete them. We have, as a community, all of them solved except for one. We don't know how to get one of them complete. Maybe it is the final Easter egg, the one that I'm hinting to today. So that is interesting as well. That might be part of it. And looking around the map, guys, we've already seen a lot with electricity and power. There's those little spray tags that you can spray on the walls and stuff. There's one that's a battery and a lightning bolt. This poster says it was sponsored by Bomb Renewable Energy. I brought it up in my first video that I keep on telling you guys to go watch, okay? The Call of Duty video that I put out last. There is so much tied to energy, and I see so many clues and references to it. I'm thinking that we definitely have to power something on. That is going to be our ultimate goal, is turning something on, and that is going to be the trigger. I don't know if it's going to be a nuke, a natural disaster, breaking the dam open, letting it flood. I don't know. But I have an idea that it's going to be something like how Battlefield had the Megalodon shark. I think we're going to see something big happen within the Blackout map here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And as a community, I think it would be so awesome to see it happen live in the game. As you can see, there is Dark Ops missions here, and there's all the descriptions for them once you complete them. But if you don't complete them, you'll see, like I have in the middle spots, they'll just be locks and they don't tell you any information. So let me know if you guys want to team up and hunt. I stream on Mixer, I stream here on YouTube. Just come and hit me up, guys, and we can go hunting together via stream or in-game. If you want to add me, my name is Danny Space Coldblood on the Xbox. Now, I did hear a rumor that somewhere in the Estates there is another button that we can find that will open up a secret passageway or a secret room. It was actually in that Reddit post that I brought up to you guys earlier, so definitely check out the description for that Reddit post and see if you guys can read into it or find anything here. I was unable to find this button that opens a secret room in here, but I did find some interesting pictures on the walls and some newspapers and books that seem to have some interesting and suspicious words and stuff. So if you guys find anything, you know, any kind of clues at all, be sure to let me know, because I'm definitely in this hunt to the end. I want to find out what this is. I really do believe, after finding all these clues and piecing a lot of this stuff together, I think that we just have to get it right, man. We just have to get all the pieces together, work as a team to get it done, maybe 4 players have to be in 4 different spots in the map and trigger something one by one or together simultaneously. I don't know. There's so many different possibilities, and we're only going to get further together. So definitely hit me up, guys, if you want to check out some streams and try to hunt with me. Mixer.com/musicvideos, Twitch.tv/musicvideos, and of course right here on YouTube. Hit the notifications button so you guys are definitely aware when I go ahead and stream or broadcast or put out another video. This is going to be so awesome once it's solved. I'm just happy to be a part of it, guys. Thank you so much for jumping in and joining up. Don't forget to go back and watch that video that I posted previously, because it definitely is a good precursor to this video. So the links, like I said, will be in the description. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Until the next video or broadcast, guys, take it easy. Ta-ta, and as always, peace.